Uh, what happens is more guards arrive. People have gathered around the mansion to find out what happened, and word spreads that the burgomaster was killed. The guard doesn't even attempt to arrest you; they just keep a wary eye on you. Um, in the midst of this confusion, the only other noble in town, apart from the Were Ravens, Lady Fiona Watchter, parts through the crowd, um, and basically appoints herself the new burgomaster of the city. Um, she, in her graciousness, officially pardons the party for any wrongdoings they may have done because they have freed Valakai from the yoke of a man who basically is running the town into the ground with his manic ways.
Democracy works.
Yeah.
Yep. However, the burgomaster's son and the burgomaster's wife are arrested and put in the stocks, where vegetables are thrown at them. Unfortunately, some of the vegetables turn into stones, and neither the wife or the teenage son survive the night.
Ooh.
Well, that got dark.
Yo, it's Ravenloft. Hello.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's been a happy story so far. I know. Like the first session I played, we murdered a child.
And then
Potato.
She leaves there. Lady Watchter, Burgomaster Watchter, leaves the bodies there for a while to send a message. That night, Haja, Father Lucian of the Church of St. Andrew, holds a service for everyone who has died. Fargrim, Icemark are buried as heroes. Some of the watchmen who fell are buried in that graveyard as well. However, the burgomaster is not. And the night ends with the survivors at the Blue Water Inn drinking their sorrows, drinking in remembrance. You literally drink the house dry. Not that you guys go that crazy, but that they had that little wine left, and they gladly go through the last of their stock to help mourn the passing of friends. Everyone goes to bed. And the first thing that Fargrim realizes is that he is surrounded by darkness. And you just see, with your dark vision, in this kind of colorless gray monotone, you are staring about 8 inches up at boards directly in front of your face.
I think I've seen this movie. Best Tarantino movie.
I'll start practicing.
Yep.
That coffin might kick your hand's ass.
That's right. I punch the coffin until it breaks. I seriously, like, was I buried with weapons or anything? Like,
yeah, you were. I'm gonna assume, unless anyone wants to keep your shit and be a dick, you were buried as a warrior with your axe and your shield and your armor.
Yeah, I don't have much space, but I'm also a dwarf.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, like even in the small amount of space that I've got, like, I just hack it apart until.
Okay. As you're hacking it apart, you realize something. You know that. You realize that you know, we'll say 17 and a half miles to your slightly southeast is Strahd, and he's moving very slightly as if he's pacing. You just know exactly that Strahd is there and where he is. You just sense his presence directly to him. As you're breaking out of the coffin, eventually you smash some wood and dirt falls in and gets in your mouth, and you start to cough reflexively, and then you realize you're not actually breathing.
Well, that makes it a whole lot easier to dig, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All these, you know, these thoughts and questions get pushed to the side because I can't go 17 miles to the southeast, or I guess to the east and south, if I'm stuck underground. Yeah, as I claw my way up and out.
Sorry, my dog got to my cat food. I had to scold her for a second. It seems like forever. Minutes turning into hours. You feel something thick and viscous that is kind of running down your hands very slowly, smearing against it as fingernails break off, and as you realize skin is being torn off by rocks and boards. And you see bone, but you don't feel the pain. And eventually you claw your way 6 feet to the surface. And you pull yourself out, and you recognize the graveyard of the Church of St. Andrew.
I assume that I can spot that mine is not the only freshly dug grave.
Correct. You are next to another fresh grave with a wood marker, and you actually see the name Ismark on the marker.
Does this coffin have a bell on it?
It does not. A string connecting to the blue water and
Yep. That's never happened. That hasn't happened in like 2 weeks.
Not again.
Someone's at the door.
You have the
Yeah, I say a brief prayer that word and guide his soul to whatever god he worships. And then I'll start making my way into town. That journey to Strahd is a long one. I'm going to need stuff.
Okay. As you walk, the morning light is coming over from the east, and you almost can make out Castle Ravenloft from here. You know, if your eyes could just see a few more miles over the horizon, you'd see the castle.
Oh yeah.
And people, you see people going around morning routines, but they step away from you, and you notice startled gasps as people jump back into their houses and start slamming doors as you make your way to the Blue Water Inn. Kareth and Eurissa, what are you guys doing on this early morning? Nazira, for some reason, is sleeping in.
I have a feeling I found some kind of garden or something, like park. I don't know. This is happy-go-lucky town. So there's bound to be a park, and just doing some rituals and like grieving in the way that druids would.
There's no park, but outside the wooden palisade of the town, there are woods.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing that.
If you're not worried about risking the edge of Ravenloft Wilderness. Okay. So you're just outside of town. You're tending that. Kareth, what are you doing?
Well, I've been up for a bit because I don't really sleep anyway. Not for very long. I guess the drink got
This last night your reveries were all of course of your former adventuring pal.
Yeah, I may have slept a little bit just because that's what alcohol will do to anyone. But you wake up, go through my trance, still up a little bit earlier than everyone else, and I've just been doing exercises with going over the knuckles and
Yeah, in fact, you're the only one down in the common room. Danica, the bar matron, or her husband, Erwin, is not. Neither one of them are up yet. And you're sitting at the bar just practicing this coin trick, and you hear the door behind you open. Go ahead and describe Fargrim's new look.
Yeah, so I mean his armor's and everything is basically the same. Like, it's recognizable as him, except for the nasty slashes in it from Isaac's axe. And aside from that, like he looks like a gaunt, scraggly and dirty Fargrim, except for the pinpoint red like lights shining from inside of his helm, like from the eye holes in his helm. And apparently, like, having dug myself out, my fingers are just like shredded.
Though they are slowly healing themselves.
Oh, well, that's nice to know.
You haven't really noticed that yet yourself, Fargrim, but that's Gareth, that's what you see. Just walk into the inn behind you.
I fall off the bench.
Yeah, and I just walk in and I'm like, Edith.
I like scramble for my sword. What? Who? I'm just like shaking.
I, I look down at the sword, then look at you, and I say, "Put that down. We have work to do."
You've done your work.
And then I give you a long stare, and I say, "Do you think our work here is done? I am not finished with it."
I have a problem with this. You're dead.
I,
Did you know that? Did you know you're dead?
uh, certainly
did
don't feel like myself.
This is upsetting. You need to stay here.
I
Don't
need,
move.
I need to get my things.
Yeah, we'll totally do that. Just stay here for a second. I really
Are my things not in the room?
no. I'm not sure, but we do need to consult with the others because this is new.
Oh, come
And-
on. I expect
Stay
the
here.
half-orc is still asleep, judging by the smell of this place.
Oh, just stay right here. I'm gonna. I know where Eurith is. So I'm just gonna like run outside and call like Eurissa.
So he's outside running to get Eurissa. At this point, you hear footsteps coming downstairs behind the bar, and you think you see movement go by a door to the kitchens, and you hear a man and a woman kind of speaking, and then you hear the man start to just kind of hum under his breath, and you see Danica walk out, and she starts kind of picking up bars, and she just kind of gives you a nod as she walks past, and she's not really paying too much attention, and she starts cleaning stuff, and then she stops, turns, she looks.
I like as she stares at me, I look down because I just dug myself out of my own grave. I say, "I'll need a bath drawn."
And she kind of shakes her head, and she, Erwin, and he comes out, and he stops, and he stares, and says, "What happened to you?"
I was not finished. Don't
Clearly,
mind. I'll need a bath drawn. Longer we
Yes,
stand here and wait, longer my work is delayed.
two copper. And
I'm like,
you might.
stick my hand in my armor.
I'll put it on your. He's like, I'll put it on your tab.
So you can be like, oh, these were on my eyes. Here.
Good.
He runs to go.
Right.
Runs to go draw you a bath, and Danica says, "I don't know what happened to you, but I know it's happened to others. Get the chance, you may wish to go to. There's an old fortress to a dragon near here. You might go there. They folk like you live there.
Wolves?
No, not quite dead. but not vampires either.
Be very quick about that. I look at her for a second. Will it get me closer to my hands being around Strahd's throat?
I don't know. It might give you answers. It might give you allies. You don't feel any unnatural hungers, do you?
Oh. In fact,
All right.
I don't feel particularly hungry at all. Except
All right.
for revenge.
Nom, 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 nom.
Tasty
Tasty revenge.
Sorry.
I just see you as like this GIF of the Cookie Monster, but instead of GIF, it's the word. Or instead of cookies, it's the word revenge, and you're just like
just devouring it.
Eurissa. It's at this point that Kareth finds you in the woods.
Yes.
We have an issue. Remember Fargrim?
Of course, I remember our dear departed.
Too soon, Kareth. Too soon.
Yeah, he's in the inn right now, getting his stuff.
As in, he's not dead anymore?
I wouldn't say that, but he's there getting his stuff. So we could perhaps check it out and, I don't know, see
Is he
if...
blind?
I didn't do any tests on him yet. I wanted to find you because this is weird. Seriously weird, and I'm scared of him, and we need to... Yeah, he's
All right, let's go.
Is it?
I'm the crow, but a dwarf.
Essentially.
The Weir Raven said, "Don't look."
Don't look what?
Oh, sorry. I'm apparently the only one that's read the comic.
Well, while you're there,
Oh.
you hear feet stumping down the stairs, and Nazira walks in. She stops and she looks at you.
Zira?
Or Grim.
Are
What
you?
happened?
Oh, let's just wait for everybody to get here. And then we can discuss it. Because otherwise, it's just going to take too much time. Really much rather clean this up so that we can be on our way.
Do you want to eat people?
Oh, what do I look like?
Do you still want to kill Strahd?
More than ever.
And then she just shrugs and sits next to you. All right, so Kareth and Eurissa return to the inn. You see Nazira eating breakfast. Danica is behind the bar. You hear Erwin. You smell Erwin cooking in the kitchen, getting ready for breakfast. No one's come in yet. Actually, Fargrim's not there when you get back. Fargrim has been taken away to a bath. So Nazira is just eating breakfast. He looks at Kareth and he goes, "Seen Fargrim?"
Yeah, you saw the same one I did, right?
Still wants to kill Strahd.
Okay. Anyone else who wants to kill?
Doesn't want to eat us.
Listen, it's
How could?
it's gonna be the for the most part, it's gonna be the same Fargrim. There might be complications later, depending on what kind of deal he made.
Jeez. He's dead, and
If he helps us kill Strahd in this place, I'll work with him. If he wants to try to hurt us, I will break him over my knee.
Good job.
Okay.
At
Well-
this point, Fargrim returns, smelling slightly perfumed.
Smelling less corpseified. I
Yeah,
probably don't look that much better, but at least I'm not covered in grave dirt.
I imagine it's like it could be like the Harrowed in Deadlands. You could drink alcohol not to get drunk, but to pickle yourself, so you don't smell as bad. At least you smell like booze instead of the grave.
Right. Sure. It just doesn't taste at all.
Yeah. You've got some bandages wound over the. Actually, no. You come back from your bath, and everything is there except your armor. Erwin has a note that he took it to the smithy. It'll be back later today. It just get mended.
Muted.
He is muted.
Yeah, I muted
But
myself.
anyway, so Fargrim basically walks in with everything sans armor.
So, what kind of deal did you
Here
make?
has his tunic has 2 ragged gashes in it, and you see his sallow gray flesh underneath.
I made no deals. I was simply not finished.
It doesn't seem like how it works around here. At least it wasn't for Milo.
A deal was offered. I did not take it.
And how?
I could not get to the halls of the Soul Forge. Not from here. We're done. Our task is complete. We return home. And I can be where I should be. Till then, I will remain here.
He's literally like, if I can't be with my god, fuck, I'm staying here to kick ass.
Well, yeah.
Eurissa?
Uh-huh.
And I'll ask this of our buddy Kareth when he returns. Roll me a skill of some kind. Let me see if I can find it.
I have some of those.
Religion.
Yes, religion. Go ahead and roll religion, both Kareth and Eurissa.
14.
Difficulty 15. Sorry.
Oh.
It's a hard one.
I somehow passed that?
You did.
Kareth, you remember hearing back in your younger days when you were an up-and-coming thief in the guilds, there had been a coup in one of the other guilds in town. Some guy basically rose to power the way you typically do, with lots of backstabbing and assassinations and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Except one of his assassination targets didn't stay dead. Came back and kept haunting him and going after him until this man put him down several times, and he would keep rising back up and wouldn't stay dead until he finally it's called a revenant finally brought down first the entire guild the man was in charge of, and then finally the man himself. And when the man lay dead at his feet, the revenant collapsed into a corpse. But it was, you remember this, that this, you've seen something like this before. Basically, his task is so important. His will is so great. He refused to die until he saw it done. I mean, he refused to stay fully dead.
Fargrim.
Yes.
You really want to kill Strahd real bad, right?
Like really, really bad?
Like not a hobby you do on weekends. Like really bad.
I'm a professional Strahd killer.
Is this like your thing now?
I want nothing else. In fact, Zero can have my bacon.
Zero threw a mouthful of other food. It's like, no thanks.
I think perhaps I can aid you until you can find your peace.
Does Kareth have? Oh, Kareth is a thief. Oh, for some reason, I'm thinking Kareth was a bard for a second. I was like, oh, you could do cantrips, but no, you can't. You're a thief.
No cantrips for you.
More like cannot trips.
Yeah.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Wah, wah.
No.
At this point, Danica does say, my regulars are going to be coming in soon. Not that I don't like you, Fargrim, but you might scare them away. If you could fetch your things and wait in the room or somewhere else until your armor is repaired.
Certainly. I
You
understand.
like something?
Oh, by the way, for the other two players, another thing Sean had to do for Fargrim was roll on the indefinite insanity table because he was dead in Ravenloft 24 hours before his soul came back. Because his soul saw the true horrors of Ravenloft of never escaping even in death. So he got to roll. And what was your? He got a new flaw.
I can't remember now.
Did you not write it both down?
I thought I did, but it's not on my character sheet, and I must have clicked out of it beforehand.
Well, you rolled 44. I remember.
I did roll 44.
It was something very fitting.
Yeah, it was something that went right along with my hatred for my enemy is blind and unreasoning. Like that was already there.
It was something like you will chase your goal down no matter what else. Achieving my goal is the only thing of interest to me, and I will ignore everything else to pursue it. That's the new badges he got, which goes great with a Revenant too.
Woo! Party, party.
That can be cured with a big greater restoration spell eventually, but right now I don't think anyone has that.
No.
But for now, I have a one-track mind. That track
For now
is Strahd.
For now, you're a bit crazy. All right. So the day goes by, and eventually Erwin comes up and brings your armor. It's kind of just a quick, shoddy patch job. The things were beat back down and then essentially medieval soldered back together. You could see like the patch lines on it. So it's not pretty, but it'll work.
Yeah.
Mechanically, it'll do the exact same thing. It's just now it looks like it's all beat to shit.
Yeah, I like take half a second to look over it, and then shrug and just like start strapping it on.
I said that about you.
What? Wait, what? I see what you did there.
So, what do you guys do?
So,
Irina's been in the room the whole time. She's kind of just obviously and very for obvious reasons and totally reasonable. She's been in a funk. She's kind of just sat in the room all day by herself. Hasn't really said much to anybody.
So I assume you mentioned the dragon den thing, right?
Yeah, from the Dusk Elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds somewhat prophetic.
That's something that can help us get closer to Strahd and defeat him.
What the Dusk Elf say, Matt? Gareth?
I didn't necessarily write it down, but it was something to do with this.
The Amber Temple.
Yeah, that temple, and you
It
go
was
there
these
and find
dark-
something that will help beat Strahd.
Wait, is that the same thing as the temple they're talking about with the undead people?
No, different place.
that
That's
was-
Okay.
that's kind of a fortress, and then yeah.
Okay, I was slightly confused there, but okay, it's different.
Okay.
Let's
How
do
many
this.
fortresses? So little time.
So many. It's like this is the whole world. All right. Okay, so Argynvost Holt is the keep right here. That is the fortress where you heard there's other revenants and has a house of a dragon. Okay, if you look at the south of your map, way down where that red goes, and it comes back up.
Mm-hmm.
Down in the mountains, that's the temple of the Ember Temple that Casimir told.
Oh goodness!
Oh yes. And then
So-
this over here is Kresk, where Ismark wanted you to drop off his sister. Way over here. Yep. So
we have a choice to make, gentlemen.
So many delays.
The
Do we drop off Irina? What is it, Irina?
Yeah.
Anyway, what's her face?
We made it.
First,
Yeah.
or do we not trust anyone and just keep her with us and hope she doesn't die too?
I don't think she's going to be. I think she's more of a liability right now. She's not particularly super helpful in combat, and her brother just died. And we did promise to bring her to Chris.
So, first things first, there, then to the Revenant Temple.
Argynvost Halt. That is where she was indicating, yes.
I believe so.
yes.
Uh,
And then to the Amber Temple because that will help us beat Strahd.
Yes.
very
And
well.
then remember, your ally Rudolph von Richten is in this little temple or this little old wizard's tower in Lake Baratok.
So on the way.
On the way. He said when you're finally ready to confront Strahd directly.
Yeah, like you guys are making the decisions, and like I'm already packed. like, right,
Well,
what
I
are we
mean, all your
standing here
stuff was
for?
gathered anyway.
Glad I got here before it was all burned or sold. No offense,
I'm taken.
just be useful now. We have horses. Anyone we can purchase horses from?
Are you asking the
I'm
Tavern?
I'm just being like what is the quickest way to get to where we want to go?
Are you asking me or are you asking
No,
them?
I'm just being a dick.
Okay. You guys have this map in front of you.
Yeah. But sure, like honestly, like going.
So
in
do you want to
and-
try to get horses?
No. We'll. I think you guys are right. We should dump off Irina in Kresk, and then
When you guys are talking, I'll be right back.
Okay.
and then move down to Argynvost Halt. Argynvost Halt. Also one of the clues from the Vistani also indicated that we should go to Kresk because there's some kind of weapon in there.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a weapon. Yeah. Don't forget, if you wish to read the prophecy, where things were located, and don't forget, you guys have inspiration.
And we always do forget about that.
We do. It's
So
kind
that
of
you can give it.
Also,
you can
to remember to give it.
to give it to each other when cool shit happens.
Right.
Okay. It's late afternoon when you're finally ready to hit the trail.
So how does Irina take it?
She just kind of right now goes along with it. She just, okay, if that's what you think is best, kind of thing.
It is, I think it's best.
Though she does have a steely look in her eye, and she says, I want to be there when you go for him. I want to help kill him.
Well, we have a lot to do before we can face him directly.
I believe it's only fair, though, to bring you along. He has done so much to you as well.
At least, if nothing else, tell you if he comes for us.
Yeah, you know where he is.
Is he still in his castle right now?
He is, though his movements seem more agitated as the later in the day it gets.
Patient for nighttime. I love all this dice rolling you're doing, Glover.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
favorite thing to see. That is my
I don't know what you're talking about.
favorite
Okay, so you guys hit the
goddamn
road. You guys head out the west gate. As you guys are leaving, you see a man coming out of the forest along that little path towards the Vistani camp. He's stumbling. You recognize the large, flabby build of the town drunk that you hauled down to the Vistani camp. Something
Is that
seems
a
off,
pirate?
though. Something seems off, though, and you realize when you get close, he's got a bloody bandage around his eyes. And there is blood coming out of his mouth.
thing.
Sir?
He kind of turns, and he kind of moans at you wordlessly. And as he does, a little bit more blood kind of dribbles down his mouth, out towards his chin.
Marissa, do you have any healing whatever?
It
Let's
doesn't
see.
take you long to realize his eyes and tongue have been removed.
Wait, so
Not kindly.
I assume we slept, so we're all back up to.
Yeah.
All right. So
I slept like the dead. I'm sorry.
You're funny.
I,
Shucks. Yeah, I can at least stop the bleeding.
Okay. How do you stop the bleeding?
Cure wounds.
Hey, go ahead and mark off a spell. His moaning is less pained. It will never restore that spell won't restore his eyesight or his speech, but
Of course not.
and then he starts to stumble towards the road, and after some figuring out which way is which, he starts to go right east towards Valakai.
How far out are we?
You guys are you can see the gate right there. It's like 100 yards.
Oh. Well, he'll be fine.
What happened to that guy?
Wait, Brent, you were there.
You were there. You guys helped deliver him to the leader of the Vistani. This is the guy that kidnapped the Vistani leader's daughter.
That's right. I missed that. Okay, never mind. I know what happened to that guy.
Yeah.
Revenge happened to that guy.
But
So you guys. Oh, go ahead.
Never did get to question him.
Too late now.
You guys cross a bridge, going over the Luna River, coming down from the lake, flows south, and you find yourself at an X intersection. Branches going northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast. There's a sign snapped in half. The lower part thrusts up with broken shards of wood. The top half of the sign, featuring arms pointing in 4 directions, lies in the weeds nearby.
what did it say?
You pick it up to look at it, and it doesn't take much to connect the fence together so to see which way the arms are pointing. And it says Kresk and the Solenka Pass are located to the southwest. It says Lake Baratok is to the northwest. Valakai and Ravenloft are to the northeast, and the town of Berez is to the southeast. As you're standing there reading the sign, you hear coming from the southeast, very rapidly approaching hoofbeats. A horse at full gallop. And you see in the dying light of day, as the sun is setting in the west and shrouded by the mist, a skeletal horse bearing a skeletal rider punched low over its steed, and it is just charging up the road towards the X intersection that you guys are at.
I instinctively go to the shadows.
Yeah, I grab Irina and like catch her by the arm and start pulling her like move off the road.
You guys don't manage to hide, but you barely get off the road, and this thing barrels past you. Doesn't even take notice of you. If it weren't for the fact that it was a skeleton and didn't show any emotion, you'd look like it was either in an extreme rush to get somewhere or fleeing from something. Just heedless of anything around it, following the road mindlessly. And in less than a minute, it disappears up the northwest road into the woods.
So
that was an easy random encounter.
do we continue along the road to the southwest, or head northwest past the Hunter's Tower?
What? Do you sense anything either direction?
Point. Strahd's back that way.
I suspect that if we follow every strange thing in this land, we'll get nowhere.
Straight on to Kresk, then.
Yes, I think the direct route right now is probably
the main road.
Yep.
Yeah.
You follow it for a ways. Several hours. At this point, night has fallen. And you get to this a cute kitten somewhere in these haunted woods. You get to an intersection just before a bridge crossing a river.
Zero loses her shit. What was that?
And you'll continue on to Crest, but you do see another signpost that reads Valakai to the east, Crest to the north, and the Southwest Passage, this little road that becomes a path through the woods, leads to a place called the Wizard of Wines.
That is no place we need to go.
Ooh.
That is no place we need to go.
Okay.
What?
I mean, it's the Wizard of Wines.
I think we have more important things to do.
You remember Erwin grumbling about some shipment being late, but you know.
Mm.
All right, so you guys press on into the woods, further into this foliage woods. You guys are traveling. It is night. You can barely see outside of your dark vision. There's no source of light. The stars are blocked out by the thick canopy of trees overhead in the mist. And I need you all go ahead and roll me perception roll.
18.
23. I notice all the shit.
You do. All the shit, you sees it.
Yay. I am perceptive.
Yarissa, the shit seer.
Is that a prestige class?
I think so, yeah.
Hush your mouth. We're
So,
not playing 3.5.
Yeah, wah, wah. Okay, you guys are walking through the woods and you hear the sound of a twig break. And then another one. And you realize it's not actually breaking twigs. You see through the mist
Oh, some
familiar
bitches.
forms.
What kind of form?
I can't remember.
Vaguely hunched humanoid forms.
Fuck ton of them.
In the mist, slowly approaching the road.
How many of them are there? 2, 6, 7?
That you can see.
I'm certainly going to try to hide from them.
Go ahead, roll
What are they?
stealth, my friend. They look to be humanoid, but they are.
Oh, come
Little
on, with
plants.
the 23?
They're made of not human parts, but plant parts.
We've run into
You ran
these
into
things
them on the
Oh,
road.
those things.
You guys ran onto them on the road just
Got it.
before Valakai as well.
Right. Okay, now I'm good.
Oh, these again.
I can't
I do not
remember
try
how
and
we
hide.
did it against them.
Turns for the bad boys. All right. Kareth, you duck into the woods. And their perception is a 9. You successfully stealth them.
Wow. I stumble into the woods and they still don't see me. All right.
Pretty much.
My initiative is a 9.
Where am I?
Yeah, I'm not on the map yet.
Okay.
Stop.
I love your new mini. Partially because I had a hand in making it. Okay, I took a picture that looks cool and photoshopped red eyes into it, but whatever.
Yeah, except that Photoshop wouldn't open it, so I had to remake it. But I basically did the same thing. There we go.
Oh man, you just put a red dot, didn't you?
What's that?
Well, I used GIMP to actually take another Revenant's eyes and put it into it. All right. Eurissa rolled her initiative. She got a 13.
Yeah, not great.
Gareth?
1 second here. I accidentally exited and came right back. It was really useful.
All right, my cat is begging for food since the dog ate it also. While you're doing that, I'm going to give him food.
Okay.
All right. Hey!
I did something. Oh,
Na.
All right. Kareth,
yes.
you get to go first. Acting from stealth.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm stealthy enough that I'm far away from these guys. They don't see me. I'm gonna point my bow in that direction. That dude. And shoot. And
Go ahead and roll sneak attack damage. Oh! The arrow embeds itself in what would be the head of this thing, and the kind of green malignant, like phosphorescent glow that is their eyes fades out.
excellent.
What do you do now?
I'm going to be sneaky again.
Yeah, you are. All right, the needles go.
Sneaky, sir.
Come, gather around in a group.
Yes.
We shall. This one tries to reach out, and it's these spiny needle-like claws reach towards you. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
4 damage. This one rushes the dwarf. Does an 11 hit you?
Nope.
Okay.
Is Nazira just not here?
Yeah, Nazira's here. I'm just gonna kind of pretend she doesn't exist unless you really need her help.
He
If that's okay.
fell over.
Guys, I don't feel well. Rake these things over your knee. I'm going back to sleep.
Oh,
He's guarding Arena in the back right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two of the needle blights kind of whip their arms towards Eurissa, and spiny needles come flying off towards you. And 2 will do the same with the dwarf as well.
Right?
All right.
So
So
the first 2 on Eurissa, 10
So 1
and
hit.
8. Does a 10 hit you?
That sucks. Wait a second.
Does a 10 hit you?
Who, me?
Yeah,
No.
because it didn't attack with advantage. It just attacked. So it's the first number, the 10, not the 22.
Oh, I was looking at the claws. Never mind.
And then Fargrim, does a 20 hit you?
20 will hit.
For 5. And oh wow, that's a double crit fail.
wow.
And it falls over and stabs itself in the eye.
All right, and then they are going to be moving forward to engage. Eurissa, these guys seem pretty easy to knock over, so
Well, then let's do that with maybe Thunderwave.
Thunderwave.
go ahead. You can hit the 3 north of you or the 3 to the right of you. Basically, you can hit 3 when you either way you do it.
Yeah, but if I go to the 3 above me, I have the chance of hitting friendly, right?
No, you can angle it so you want to hit friendly.
Oh, okay.
I know this is supposed to be tactical minis at this point, but
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go for the 3 at the right of me then.
okay. All right. So they take DC 12 con. I'm gonna
Yep.
go top down. All right. One is not pushed, the others are.
So 1 takes half damage, right?
Yeah. I forget, Sean, round up or down?
Uh,
Down.
yeah, I think it's rounded down, but I'm not sure.
Let's do, I think it's okay. Whichever we do it for both. So all right. And then they are pushed. How far are they pushed?
10 feet.
Away. Away. They're pushed away.
Mm-hmm.
Away. 76.
Margaret.
Sorry.
See. Wait a second. So on a failed save. Oh yeah, that never mind.
I'm gonna axe this one in the face. 15
His face is partially axed.
for 6 damage.
Oh god, not minus 65, minus 6.
No, that's fine. If he wants to be that dead, that's cool with me.
He died from a clerical error.
That wasn't an error. A
It
clerical
was not
error
a
was
clerical
when
error.
I,
It was
when
a
I critically
paladin
miss.
error. Hey, does Fargrim do anything else?
Nope. I only have 1 attack.
Gareth.
I'm going after this one with
Okay.
my clerical arrow.
What?
Damn it.
We are a hoot, and I don't care what anyone else says. All right, roll sneak attack. Another one. Just this arrow sails out of the darkness and sticks in the face.
That done stealthed again.
I don't know how you stealth against blind sight, but I allow it. So
Oh, okay. Well, I'm that good.
yeah, it doesn't say you can't. I mean, so they just. I think blind sight for them is they just know shit's around them.
Yeah.
But you stealth again. You just peer into the.
I make
All right.
myself feel like a tree.
All right, so the one that's right in front of Urissa, when you thunder waved, you actually saw its feet kind of root into the ground and resist.
Mm-hmm.
And as it brings an arm forward, and you see more of its roots and branches growing into that, almost lending power to its swing as it attempts to rake you with claws for 5 piercing damage.
Man.
And you have a lot of hit. Oh, let me see. I know what we did.
So I'm at 25.
You're at 25. Let me do this. There we go. All right. The 2 that are far away, their arms bulge and needles come shooting out towards you. Does a 16 hit you?
Me? Again?
Yep.
Yes.
And a 14?
Yes.
Okay, take 5 and 7. I mean, they'd be attacking the third party member, but he's not around. He's hiding.
He's sick.
13 already?
Tell Sam that this is all his fault.
I will. I'll wake
All right,
him
and
up
then-
just to tell him.
The 2 that are on Fargrim are going to attempt to, they're going to kind of alter their position a little bit to get flanking. And they're going to be attacking you.
All right. My AC is 18.
Oh!
The 23 is going to hit.
11 piercing. As it hits you, you feel it trying to grow into your flesh. It's a really weird sensation because it doesn't hurt. You feel it. And the other one misses. The first one yanks you towards it so hard, the other one gets air. Marissa.
All right, you know what?
Oh shit! You actually your body shoves. As you grow. How many hit points does the direwolf have?
I'm looking that up. 37 in a row.
That's your bonus action. What would you like to do?
I would like to go savage on the one right in front of me. Or right to the side of me. This one. Dickface McGee.
Dickface McGee.
Dickface McGee, go for it.
And those McGees have some really weird kids.
Right?
Right.
Ooh, you chomp down and you chomp down good. It hurts because you're biting thorns and you feel them piercing your gums, but it's all superficial damage as you taste blood in your mouth. But you tear this plant into pieces.
You mean when I taste victory?
Yes, the sweet taste of victory until it falls a clump of vines and thorns and twigs at your feet.
Damn right. Fucker.
As you defeat this corruption of nature. Fargrim.
I'm not happy with this guy.
You're not happy at all.
No, I'm not. So I turned and put an axe in his face. I think the 20 will hit.
Yes, it does. He is timber.
That's right.
Timber because you axed him down.
And then I'm going to shift my position a little bit.
Our flanking. All right, Kareth, what do you do?
I saw Fargrim just get out of the way of this guy here, and so I'm not gonna throw away my shot. So here we go.
You hit.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. Their AC sucks.
You hit them on the nose.
What the hell?
And your backstab did enough damage to kill him alone.
Nice.
So they have an AC of 12 and 11 hit points.
Nope.
Okay.
As most of the creatures have lately.
Kareth, what else do you like to do?
I don't know. I'm gonna move. I don't think I need the stealth anymore.
Have a beard. Do some solitaire.
Yeah. I'm gonna
We'll just hang out until you guys are done now.
over here and
He asked what he wanted to do.
there we go. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. The needle blights are going to mindlessly continue attacking the giant wolf, shooting needles at her. 14 hit.
14 is the armor class.
Okay, so you take 7, and the second one misses. And then they move to flank the big wolf. Yurisa.
Okay, I'm going to get bitey on this Farquaad.
Aqua.
23.
Oh yeah, you rend this abomination.
I shake it.
Yeah, you
I
literally
shake
and
it
it's
like a
it's
Polaroid picture.
It's like if you picked up a bundle of sticks and leaves that were kind of caught together, you shook it, and pieces just started flying different directions.
Shake it
It
like
is
a
satisfying.
Roy Ninja. Zoop, zoop, zoop. I rushed this guy. And like all wooden things, it gets an axe. $14 for 4. Wah, wah.
Ha! He had 4 hit points left.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you leave him in twain. And then the night is filled with eerie stillness and silence once again.
I look around for a minute and I'm like, are we done here?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, and by that I mean.
Well, those guys are done here.
Ah! Let's continue onward.
Just as cheerful as
I playfully bump each one of you guys.
So you guys continue on. You get to the main part of the road where it branches north, and where it go towards Kresk. But at this branch in the road is an obsidian black carriage with 2 black draft horses waiting.
Good. Is Strahd there?
Strahd is not there.
you take it.
As you approach, the door opens and a dusk elf steps out. He bows, says, "Greetings, my name is Rahadin. I am servant and chaperone to our Lord Strahd. He has something for you," and he holds out to Fargrim an envelope or a folded parchment stamped with a red seal mark.
Sure. I'll pop it and read it.
Okay, as you do, Rahadin simply turns and gets in the carriage, and it starts heading back east down the road. It says, and forgive me, I'm reading cursive, "My friends, know that it is I who have brought you to this land, my home, and know that I alone can release you from it. I bid you dine at my castle so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. Your passage here will be a safe one. I await your arrival. Your host, Strahd von Zarovich."
I'm almost tempted to take him up on that just so I can.
That almost sounds like a trap to me.
Of course, it's a trap.
So let's not do that. We'll get on our own terms.
Back east, the direction the carriage is heading, you guys do hear some howls. You
Quick, Ursa, what are they saying?
you don't know exactly what they're saying, Ursa, but it seems to be a hunting howl.
They're getting closer.
Well, you've only heard them once so far.
Yeah, but can I hear them in the surround?
It's a ways off.
Okay. What about with pack tactic?
Unfortunately,
I should
no.
remember that. I have advantage on rolls if I'm within 5 feet.
5 feet if an ally is also next to the target.
Right.
Sean, real quick.
Yes.
My laundry's done. It is pronounced. The word is pronounced escarpment, right?
Yes. Escarpment.
Okay. Cool. I is smart. All right. So with this invitation to Strahd's castle in hand, you head north a short ways. And climb a rocky escarpment, ending at a gatehouse built into a 20-foot high wall of stone reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so.
You
The
said
wall encloses.
buttress. Sorry.
The wall encloses a settlement on the side of a snow-dusted mountain spur. Beyond the wall, you see the tops of snow-covered pines and thin white wisps of smoke.
Wait,
The
where?
somber. This is heading towards the town now. This is what you're seeing, right?
Okay.
At Kresk, right there. Right, I'm pointing with my finger because that helps. The somber toll of a bell comes from a stone abbey that clings to the mountainside high above the settlement. The steady chime is inviting, a welcome change from the deathly silence and oppressive fog to which you have grown accustomed. It's hard to tell at this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road clinging to the cliffs that lead from the settlement to the abbey. That's what you see when you start heading north.
So we're not quite to the town, but
Not quite
we can
to the
see
town.
it.
You
What?
can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see it.
Because if we get close enough to the town, I'll turn back into a human. But until then,
Okay. Once you get within sight of the walls, it's probably safe to assume you return to human form.
yeah.
You get to the gate, and it's 2 square towers with peaked roofs, flanking a stone archway, which is set a pair of 12-foot tall, iron-bound wood doors. Carved into the arch above the doors is the name Kresk. The walls coming off the gatehouse are 20 feet high, and atop the parapet, you see 4 figures wearing fur hats and clutching spears. From this distance, you can see them eyeing you nervously. The gates are closed.
Knock on the gate.
I lean forward to Kara. Perhaps you should be the one to do the talking. You seem to put people off.
Yeah. Me too.
Certainly. Hey,
Yo.
Yo, dog,
Who
I heard
goes
you like
there?
Visitors.
me.
Maybe he
We-
should.
We need in. I'm supposed to drop off this lady here.
We don't know of any lady. What's your names?
Uber. Sorry.
You just say
I am Harith. These are my friends Fargrim, Eurissa, Nazira, and Irina.
You notice most of them are looking at Eurissa, especially nervously. Because,
It's okay.
Horn.
I'm a druid.
No one is permitted entry into this town. And they kind of talk amongst themselves. Only those invited expressly by the burgomaster may enter.
Okay.
Is there something we can do to prove ourselves?
And they kind of argue back and forth for a second, and then just wait there for a moment, and one of them runs off. About 15 minutes go by, and the guard returns with a stout man with a beard, kind of ruddy skin, bald head. His beard is white, and he stands up very straight, and he's up at the parapets above you, and he kind of has his hands clasped behind his back, and he just surveys you, studies you for a moment. Doesn't seem nervous. Doesn't seem. He's got his shit together. And he says, "My name is Dmitry Kreskov, Baron Kreskov. I am the burgomaster of this town. I am the lord of this area. You are clearly not from this valley," he says, noting the fact that none of you are human. He says, which tells me one of
What?
two things.
No.
Either you are allied with the devil Strahd, or you are his enemy. Either way, that brings trouble to this town that I am not willing to accept. Be gone.
Will you accept refuge for this lady? We have things to do and we'll be on our way. But she seeks asylum here in Europe.
You have done nothing for me or my people. I don't see why I should do anything for you.
Is there any, like I said,
the ire of the vampire?
Is there some way for us to prove ourselves?
He kind of sighs and he says, if you were to do me a favor, I could not refuse you hospitality. It would be not right for one of a noble such as myself.
Oh, bugger, get on with it.
Speak plainly, if you wish.
He says, fine. We do have a small favor needing to be done that could grant you entry into our town. Yes. Wine is our lifeblood. We have not had a shipment of wine in weeks. The Wizards of Winery to the south of here has not produced anything.
Is that
you bring us a wagon load of wine from the Wizards of Wine, and I will let you into my town.
You have a spare wagon for us in case they don't have one, you know?
He just kind of looks at you.
It was a joke. Okay, never mind. Sure.
He doesn't seem the joking type.
Yeah, I'm like, can the young lady be left here? It would not do for a noble to leave someone who Strahd has marked out unsafe.
If Strahd is after her, I will not allow her in my town except under the rules of hospitality. I will not invite his wrath upon my settlement, my people.
But we were told that you could.
It was her brother's
asylum.
We deliver her to your town.
It is not my problem or my burden to help you keep your oaths. My burden is to my people. Keep them protected.
Howard, I say under my breath.
You asked how you could get into my town, and I told you.
All right, guys.
Get this man some wine so he can be the noble he claims to be.
Yeah, that.
Fine.
And he walks off.
I will remember this.
And he doesn't even reply. Well, all right then. What do you guys do?
If he goes back on his word, we burn down their walls.
There's stone walls.
I don't care.
With enough magic, you can make it work. But I don't think that's the answer to their problem.
I'm assuming.
Are they looking at us right now? The guards?
The guards are still watching you. Yes.
Okay, I was going to see if I could break in, but no.
Shall we see some men about some wine?
Let's go get some.
Or some wizards about some wine.
Let's get some fancy wine at the fancy wine place. I bet it's in a box.
Do the wine, please.
Roll
right,
your random
so
encounter dice, Matt.
Sean?
Yeah.
Don't have to.
None
You
of the
guys,
encounters are random. Wait.
I don't really give a crap if I'm giving away GM secrets, but once you have 2 encounters in a trip, you're done.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
Like 2 encounters in an evening or whatever, you know. So, you guys head back to the bridge. You head south. The road, after half a mile, the road becomes a muddy trail, meandering through the woods, descending gradually until trees part, revealing a mist-shrouded meadow. The trail splits. One branch heading west down into the valley, the other leads south into dark woods. A wooden signpost at the intersection points west, the one that Fargrim is standing on right there, and it reads Vineyard.
Go west.
Hey, go west, young man.
As you travel west, the mist is thicker and actually turns into a light drizzle. You see unpainted fences that blindly follow the trail. There's to skirt up north. You see a rather stately building. The fog takes on ghostly forms as it swirls between neatly tended rows of grapevines. Here and there you see rope-handled half-barrels used for hulling grapes. North of the trail is a large stand of trees. Right? Oh, there. A man wearing a cloak and a cowl stands at the edge of the trees, beckoning.
Oh, this isn't ominous at all.
I don't like it when they beckon.
I suppose.
Makes me nervous.
Well, we don't have the element of surprise, that's for sure.
Certainly not. Shall we see what the man wants?
Yep.
We don't want him to beckon all day.
Yeah, your beckoner tends to get tired.
I don't know.
Some cultures,
I-
it's considered sinful.
Yes.
As you start approaching the man, you see other people come out until you see 9 people actually standing there.
Ring wraiths. Sorry.
Everybody else creepy.
I've been
glad I
reading
wasn't
Lord
the
of the
only one
Rings
that
to my
thought that.
child.
And then you see 5 of them are adults, and 4 of them seem to be children, older children, all the way down to a baby that's being held by one of the adults. One man walks forward, kind of hobbles forward to you, and he's got a walking stick carved with images of feathers on it. And he's got his dark black cloak with little shiny baubles kind of stitched in here and there in it. He's hunched over with big white beard. And he kind of eyes you for a moment. And he says, "My name is Davian Martukov. Who are you?"
I am Yarissa the Druid.
Fargrim.
Kareth, we're here for
I'm Irina. I'm Nazira. All right, they're here. They're in the back.
Oh,
we're here for some wine.
We I look at his cloak, and I say we've made friends with some ravens previously.
Were they from an inn?
Yes.
Yes.
And he kind of rolls his eyes. And he says, "Damn son and spilling secrets that aren't his to share." And he just starts grumbling about his son and complaining about that dreaded Irwin.
I think you might be proud though. He did help us with the hag.
He goes on for a while before
Telling us to get off
another
his
man.
lawn.
Another man who looks very similar to Irwin, but a little older, kind of puts his hand on his arm as his father. Father, they can help us. They helped Irwin. They can help us. He says, fine, fine. He says, I have a problem. He motions to the winery. He says, Druids in league with Strahd have taken over the winery with foul perversions of nature at their beck and call. I cannot produce wine. I cannot help the people of this valley with the literal fruit of my labor without being attacked. We are not enough. We are forced to tend to our children. We cannot take back this winery, but if you could help us, it would go a long way to help lifting the darkness over Barovia. At least bring a little bit of light into the evenings of the people.
And we could get a cart of wine to deliver.
The mayor of Dresden is a little grumpy.
Yeah, he is one of our customers. If you want to help deliver our wine when we're done, I suppose I can not say no.
Beautiful.
It would be our pleasure to deliver you.
Right, let's kill these druids and be on with it. No offense, Eurissa. Sorry.
These aren't druids.
You guys are going to bounce a couple places real quick.
No true druid policy.
There we go.
Hey, Ismark's supposed to be dead.
Nobody dies here. Fargrim.
I died. I just came back.
It didn't
take. Again? This is the worst. All right. Real quick. I gotta add a couple of sight lines I forgot to put down, right? So, you head down towards the winery, and in the midst of the vineyard, it appears to be an old two-story building made of stone. You see multiple entrances. Thick ivy is covering every wall, and iron fencing along its roof line. The trail ends at a large open loading dock on the ground floor. A wooden stable of more recent construction is attached to the east side of the winery next to the loading dock. West of the winery is a crumbling well and a wooden outhouse. I'm going to start placing miniatures here real quick. Or Grim. Oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
What did you do, Matt?
Apparently all the wrong things. I gotta go to the token layer. Ha. I mean, everyone watching, I'm good at this.
This is called suspense, folks.
Real quick. Anyone want to volunteer to do Nazira?
You mean play as Nazira?
Yes.
Okay.
Matt volunteered.
Sure.
He's been a barbarian before.
That's true.
Yeah, I know what it's all about.
But he was a baby. Be fair.
I was an angry.
Was a baby.
That means he has to be two people, if that's okay, Matt. Because you're also Irina.
Oh. Does someone else want to be Nazira since I am also Irina?
I mean, yeah, I guess I could do it.
Yes, you can.
I think actually you have permission to be.
Yeah, I do.
This can be Irina. All right.
Eurissa can be Irina?
Well, Haley. As you get up to this loading dock, you hear the rustle of dead vines all around you. Inhuman shapes begin emerging from the vineyard, their limbs creaking as they trudge forth through the mist and rain. You count over 24 needle blights approaching.
Oh, goody.
That's what I like to hear.
Do you do?
Waggle my finger at him.
Oh, no, you didn't.
That sounds good. Let's roll some initiative then.
I think that is the best initiative roll I've made all campaign.
In all forever.
Man, that was not much.
Was it a 19?
Mine was a 17.
Wait a minute. I just rolled as Nazira. Why does it show as Carrot?
It says Nazira down here.
Yeah,
I see Nazira's.
I had Kareth highlighted and clicked on initiative on the. I had Nazira highlighted and had Nazira's sheet, and I clicked Nazira's initiative.
Yeah.
And now that is Kareth's.
Yeah.
I got it. That's what it looks like over there.
Okay, I see. Never mind.
Dex. Rena has an 11.
And what is our friend the
24 blights.
I got a 9 as Eurissa. It's a lot of lights.
It is a lot of lights. When they got a 17. Hang on, I got 30 of these fuckers to go through.
So,
FYI, we got about half an hour left.
Thank you for reminding me. That might be a good spot to end it.
yeah, because we're not getting through 30 blights in half an hour. Not getting through 30 anything that aren't kobolds.
Hey, silly kobolds.
Freaking kobolds. Also, apparently my streaming connection is being yeah.
Okay. So then I will set this fight up, and we can get a crack at it next.
Next time
Sounds good.
on The Young and the Restless.
All right. So I guess we'll.
All right, that'll be it for tonight. Yes. Thanks for watching,
Yes.
everybody.
Thanks for inviting us, Mr. Glover.
Yep. Thank you for running. Thank you for me not being dead, but still kind of being dead.
You're dead.
I'm
Mostly dead.
We all know.
Dead-ish. You didn't go through my pockets and look for loose change, so
Not yet. No.
not yet.
Well, they buried you too fast. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys later.
I will see you guys
Thanks
in
for watching.
California.
Oh yes, I will see you on Thursday.
Oh yeah, you're doing that thing, huh?
Yeah.